you weren't a liberal when you were 20, you didn't have a heart. But if you weren't a conservative by the time you were 40, you didn't have a brain. So I think our philosophy says, why can't you have a heart and a brain together? But in a revolution, you have to strive for what seems like the impossible and put the energy into it. You have to have passion, you have to use reason. It's emotion and it is passion, but it also has to make sense. The reason, it has to have reason behind it. Think of the individual behind the revolution, our revolution. They said for 100 years they talked and studied and understood what property rights were, and they were well versed, much more so than so many of us are today. But the revolution, the intellectual revolution that we're talking about has occurred now for several decades. It didn't just pop up 4 years ago. What's popping up now is the translation of the intellectual movement is popping up in the political atmosphere now. And but for 30 or 40 years, we've had these think tanks, these people writing, more professors than ever teaching sound economics. So the groundwork has been laid, and that is why it's coming about now, and we're seeing this. We just don't know the timing, but one thing that we know for certain, if we sit on our hands and we do nothing, there will be the bankruptcy, and those people I was going to say something else, but I'll call them people. Those people in Washington who are in charge will not give up their power easily. So this is the reason that is up to all of us. Every one of us has a job to do. One way or the other, everybody's job is maybe varied from one to another. Some people will be very involved in politics and campaigning and running for office and teaching and writing and working on the internet. But it is most important that we study and understand so that we can defend it intellectually and not be put down and be told that we don't care about people. Because if we I believe we all do have humanitarian instincts, if you have these instincts, there's only one way you can take care of the maximum number of people with the maximum benefits, and that's through a free society. History proves that. With diligence, I believe the results can exceed expectations. I really never expected a whole lot in my political career. Matter of fact, I didn't even expect a political career. I just wanted to get a few things off my chest. And therefore, I wanted to just lay it out on the table, and I was sort of pessimistic and thinking, well, not many people would listen. But I did talk to a lot of people in my congressional district, and they were receptive to these ideas. Now the audiences are bigger, and the crowds are more energized. The message is being spread, and this energy that's coming from the younger generation, the incorporation of all age groups now, and with the use of the internet, all this is coming together, and the need is so great. I think the last 4 years, things have accelerated because of the need. People are sick of the world wars, and they're sick of the spending. They know these debts are horrible, and the students coming out of college, they may have a huge debt and no job, and they know there's something deeply flawed with the system and that we need to change it.
Yeah!